Hello.
Hi Tommy. Hi, how you doing?
Hi, I'm good. I am so sorry that I am late. I had some problems getting into Zoom.
Uh,
This uh forgot my password, and then I had to search the password, and then when I knew the password, I'm sending you a code to this email. Oh, that email. What's that password? Oh, it's been a stressful hassle. I am so sorry I'm late.
that's quite right. This may sound silly, but I had exactly the same problems with the Subway app yesterday evening. Exactly the same
Really?
thing. Yes, we are sending you a password to an email address that you can't access for 10 minutes, but the password expires in five, so you're not getting a sandwich tonight. So,
Ah, okay. That's slightly worse, actually.
no, we're all good. I was sat here reading a book anyway. Never a wasted minute if you have a book to hand, so I'm all good with that.
That's true. I have this little Game Boy with Super Mario and stuff. So every time there's
Awesome.
an update or something, I just start playing 5-10 minutes. It's perfect.
Uh, I'm going to come back to that Game Boy in a minute, actually. It's that kind
Okay.
of has something to do with one of the questions I was going to ask you. But just to set the scene a little bit, last time we talked, you were playing with some other band that sings about battles and songs and stuff. And we were in Glasgow, and one of my friends brought you a box with some Palt in it.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
yes,
so
yes.
that
I
was Eleanor,
remember.
and you became our most watched video of the year as a result of that. So thank you.
Oh,
Um,
really? Nice.
it
Awesome.
was a great gig, but a fantastic interview as well, which was really good.
Thank
But
you.
we're not here to talk about whatever they
I
were
don't
called anyway. Yeah,
I don't remember. It was a long time ago.
long time ago. I mean, that was 2023. That was I don't know, ages. We're
Years
talking about
ago.
Majestica tonight,
Yes.
and some other stuff. We'll get the Majestica stuff out of the way. But I was actually doing a little bit of research, as you do, and I suddenly realised I've seen you before with Majestica. I had a quick look, and one of the performances that you played, and it was the first time that ReinXeed had played in 5 years. The last time you played as ReinXeed, and it was at Sabaton Open Air in 2018, which is the 1 year I went. And I actually realized I've reviewed you before as ReinXeed.
Oh, nice. That's awesome. It's so nice because yeah, as I said, that's the last time we were ReinXeed, and also we played two more songs, two songs from the Above the Sky album.
Mhm. But
So
I was wondering that was there'd been a bit of a hiatus before that. You came on, you played that gig. That was kind of about the time you decided that ReinXeed needed a reboot, whatever you want to call it, and you moved over into Majestica. Would you class Majestica as a new band, or was it just kind of a continuation of ReinXeed? It's quite unclear when you look online if it's one band or whether it's just kind of like we're drawing a line and starting a new one.
yeah, you might. I don't know. It's like basically technically it's a new band.
Mhm.
When we recorded this album Above the Sky,
Yeah.
we recorded it as the seventh Rancid album, and it sounded so good. And we had Uli Kush. Wait, I just need to turn off notifications. Sorry. Um, we recorded it as the seventh. Yeah, but it sounded so good. The songs were better than ever. The production was amazing. We had Uli Kush on the drums. It's like, should we release the seventh album that sounds this good, or should we be the first album from a new band?
Mhm.
So technically, it's Rainseed with a new name, but consider, everything happening all around it, you might say it's a new band.
Mhm.
But every now and then we play some Rainseed songs, and people love that.
Yeah. At the
I
end of the
see Rainseed t-shirts in the crowd. On the German tour, I saw Rainseed t-shirts, so that was cool.
Yeah, I mean, there's no harm in bands move on, band members move on, whatever, and oftentimes people will hark back and play an old song from previous incarnation. Anyways, it kind of makes sense. But when you've got like a six album incarnation before that, you've got a lot of old material to go through. And how many albums is this you're on now with the new one that's coming out? Is that 11? I think. Is it as many as that, including the
Now,
live?
wait, we have six, seven, eight, nine. This will be our ninth album.
Ninth. That's right. Sorry, you're on two compilation albums as well. This is me totting stuff up on
Yeah,
Wikipedia earlier. So it's like, yeah, 9 albums of your own and a couple of compilations that you've been on as well, which is
yeah.
it's quite a lot. I was again looking at the dates when everything fell, particularly around about this period. You just joined Sabaton at that point in 2018 when I saw you. And I'm looking at this period in time. I'm going to have to look at my notes here because I won't remember it otherwise. You had two Sabaton albums, three Majestica albums, a Memories of Old album, and a Dampf album, all in the space of 4 years. Do you understand the concept of downtime?
Uh, that is a new word. What is that? Down,
I can relate
down.
to that. People ask me the same question.
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, people tell me all the time, like, you need a vacation, you need to take it easy, don't get yourself burned out. But
Yeah.
a perfect vacation for me, that would be me sitting on my own, writing music with, turn off my phone for 2 weeks
Mhm.
and just sit by myself, record music. That would be perfect vacation. And that's why that's how it was when I wrote Above the Sky. I
Mhm.
was kind of alone. I was living with my mom temporarily until I moved into my apartment. But at that time, she never bothered me. I was living on my own, and I can say from morning until night writing music. So the entire album was written in like a couple of weeks because I was so inspired. I was on my own and no one disturbed me. Um, so that would be a perfect vacation for me because it's about doing what you love. And I love to play music. I love to write songs.
Yeah.
So
I mean, looking at the way times have changed, the very first ReinXeed album, you did everything. I mean, you recorded the drums, the guitars, the bass. Apparently, you also play the flute as well. You did the vocals. So that was all you. And then you, on the success of that, you managed to draft some band members in and so on. Has the writing methodology changed now? You have more band members, or is it still very much this is Tommy Johansson doing all the work, and then everybody else goes, okay, we'll join in, or is it more of a group project now?
well, it's mostly I write the music and then someone comes like I want them to be part of it because uh, if you're part of something, then you feel more. How do you say? Then you want to put more time and effort to it.
Yeah,
But if you're not getting paid to play in a band that someone tells you what to play, that is not so much fun.
yeah.
Um, so it was kind of like I wanted them to feel included,
Mhm.
but still the songs need to sound like they've always done, and this has been and will always be my my child, Majestica ReinXeed. So I when it comes to music, I have the last say, so to
Mhm.
say. And so usually I come with some songs. Lately, the guys in the band have been like, how about we do like this in the verse instead? Try this and try that. Most of the times it doesn't work because I have an idea in my head,
Yeah,
and that's how the song should be. If they wanna write a Majestica song, I said that you're more than welcome to write a Majestica song, but it needs to sound Majestica,
yeah.
and that is maybe something that only I can do for now. But I mean, me and Chris wrote a song. Um, Me and Petter wrote a song together. So yeah, it's been working out great. It's like Petter came up with he showed me like 20 different songs, and then one of them, that intro,
Yeah.
we can use that. That sounds good.
Yeah. Obviously, this time round, with leaving Sabaton, we'll name them. You've had a bit more time to work on the new album. Just to name check it as well. It's Power Train, and it's coming out on the 7th of February, a couple of weeks' time.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
So you've had a bit more time to work on this. As I said, I mentioned this really busy period over like 4 or 5 years with all these releases, all these bands.
yeah.
Now it seems you've had time to just focus on one. Has that made a difference to sound on this one? I mean, I've listened to it. It's good. I'm going to mention a couple of songs in a little while, but did you find that it was a more relaxed time, or have you just got other stuff that you've been doing around that instead because that's how you work?
I've had other stuff that I'm doing. That's how I work. No, but I mean, I have my YouTube channel that I'm working with. That is what pays the bills right now, and until Majestica
Yeah.
is matching up with that income, I will of course continue to work with YouTube because so far Majestica, the money we earn, we spend. We
Yeah.
need backdrops, we need merchandise. So when someone said, "Oh, you earned like 30,000 for the on doing these shows, that's awesome." Yeah, but we have to buy merchandise, and we need a new backdrop, and we need a new in-ear system to be able to get rid of the cables, and so in the beginning, uh, as soon as we get money, we need to get stuff because when you start a company, it costs money to earn money.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm still working with my YouTube channel, and I love it. It's a lot of fun, of course. But I have had some solo shows that I've been doing on my own as well. So yeah, it's been a bit stressful during the recording session with Majestica because I had to do all these other things as well. Because recording an album doesn't pay that much
No.
when you're sitting there in the studio. It's not like you're checking your bank account. Oh, I just earned €100 today. It doesn't work like that. So
And it's very,
yeah,
very much the other way when you sat in the recording studio and the money is going out of your bank account and into the
exactly.
recording studio.
Yeah, exactly.
Um, well, as I said, new album's coming out. I have had a listen to it. I listened to it this afternoon. I will get a review done shortly, but there's a couple of tracks in particular that I want to pick out.
Yeah,
Battle Cry is one of the first ones. Love it. It's got that hook. Just as you listen
awesome.
to it in the background, it's one of the ones that makes you stop and really listen to it. And the other one I really liked was My Epic Dragon.
Yeah,
I'm assuming there is a deliberate Japanese influence through that one. Certainly the tone of the song and the guitars, it sounds almost manga at points. Would I be right in that,
okay.
or is it just something I'm picking up?
No, it was. I've heard that comment before, but it was not in my, it was not intentional to make it sound manga or Japanese inspired. But I mean, I don't mind if people say that because I love Japanese music and Japanese culture, so that's just cool. But no, the idea actually came when I was touring with the Twilight Force, and I realized, holy shit, it's so cool, this epic symphonic
Mm.
stuff. I want to do more like that. So I wrote a song like that. That song was actually written in 2018.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah, so it's the oldest song on this album, and the lyrics. Yeah, also because we haven't had a song about dragons. We sing about power metal, but we don't sing about dragons. We have to have that. And also, we have this saying like majepic. It's a mix between majestic and epic.
Mhm.
Majepic. So the song was called Majepic Dragon for all these years, for 5 years. It was called Majepic Dragon.
Mhm.
And then we come up with the idea, how about because we can't name it Majepic Dragon, but if we call it My Epic Dragon, it's kind of the same. It's like, wow, that's cool. So basically, the story of the song is the movie Dragonheart with Sean Connery and Dennis Quaid
Oh,
from
wow.
1996.
Wow. Yeah, I remember seeing that in the cinema because I am old. That was a good film, I have to say. For those who haven't seen it, Sean Connery actually he voiced the dragon
Yeah.
in the film and was really good at it as well. That was some fairly early CGI and some very good, full scale dragon mock-ups and stuff. It was a good film. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great film. I mean, as you say, the CGI was so and so, but for that time, it
Yeah.
was still pretty good. And the story and everything, they knew how to make movies in the 90s.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
And now they just remake the movies from the 90s. Obviously, they must have been good if people are making them all over again. But
Yeah, exactly. They're remaking or they're making new ones and making sure they're as woke as possible to get in as many important messages as possible. And oh, I can't stand it.
bring back the original Miami Vice.
Exactly. Exactly.
Um, moving on a little bit. So I'm just looking at my notes here from earlier on. Your vocal style is very distinctive. The high pitched notes are something that you're very well known for. Now I've seen quite a lot of videos online recently. Somebody that we know online, a lady called Elizabeth, who does a YouTube channel called Charismatic Voice.
Yeah.
Absolutely delightful lady. She's done a lot of study on the deep growl vocals that put cameras down the voices of people who do very low end guttural vocals, and they wonder how people manage to do these vocals without damaging the vocal cords and so on. Surely the same can be said of your opposite end of the scale with the high pitched vocals and so on. Do you train for that? Have you got a way of making sure your voice is in good form before you go into the studio, before you go on stage? Do you have to look after it, or is this just something that you're naturally very good at?
No, of course, I need to take care of my voice. I mean, I feel already now that it's getting harder to hit those high notes.
Mhm.
This year, I've been struggling a lot, actually.
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons why it turned out so stressful in the studio because I couldn't hit those high notes. They were just not there.
Mhm.
And also one of the reasons why I took a vacation from my YouTube channel for a month because I was worried that something was happening with my voice, but then it came back and then, it comes and goes. So I don't know what's happening. Maybe I've had my glory days of a super high pitch voice. I
Yeah.
mean, I can still hit high notes, of course, but it's not as easy anymore as it once was.
I remember watching, there's a gentleman you may or may not have heard of called Toby Jepson. He was in a band called the Little Angels back in the day. He's now in a couple
Hmm.
of bands now, but he does a YouTube channel as well. And he was saying back in the day when he was in the Little Angels, which is the 90s sort of thing, he put a lot of high notes into the songs. Now he hates himself for doing it because he can't hit those notes anymore either. So it may well just be an aging thing. We can't all stay
Maybe.
young, as I can prove.
Maybe. I don't know. But it also can be how you are. I mean, how you physically. I mean, I am. We have a lot of big shows coming up this summer, and I need to get in shape. So I am working out quite a lot to get my, you know, to lose a little bit weight to get um my I don't know how to say it. So you don't start breathing, like that. I don't know the English word for it, but cardio. You need cardio,
Yeah.
and I'm thinking maybe if I would get more better cardio,
Mhm.
it could work. I mean, it's like when I was 25, I was smoking quite a lot. I was smoking a package of cigarettes a day, and I did that for a couple of years.
Yeah.
And I was always after every show upset, anger. Why can't I perform one single show every time? Then I stopped smoking and I lost a lot of weight. I was quite big back then. And then all of a sudden, poof, I can perform an entire show without any problems.
Yeah.
So there we go.
There's a message there. Yeah.
Maybe it's something like that. I don't know. But I'm working on it. I'm working on it. But yeah, I'm very satisfied with the vocals of this album.
Yeah, oh, you should be. I'm sure everyone
Thank
will
you.
get a chance to hear the whole thing shortly. You mentioned you got a bit of a tour schedule coming up. I know you're playing some pretty big festivals, including one on a rather large cruise liner. That'll be
Yeah.
later this month, I think,
Yeah, in 3 weeks.
3 weeks' time. I'm assuming people by this stage are going to start hearing songs off the new album from your live shows.
Yes, we're going to do two special sets. One set will be the new album, uh, almost every song
Wow,
of the new album, and then the other set will be old songs.
that's fantastic. Have you any plans to hit the UK at any point? I know most of the festival dates you're playing seem to be across Europe. Are you likely to hit our shows at any time?
Nothing planned yet, but we have our booking agency, Cobra, are really working hard to get us to play everywhere. So hopefully and oh yes, we might actually have a couple of UK dates at the end of this year. But I cannot confirm anything yet, but we might have that.
Okay, well, fingers crossed. We'll keep our eyes open for them, definitely. That's superb. I just want to circle back quickly to the Game Boy. Is that an actual old one, or is that one of the ones you can buy that has the games installed on it?
Yes, exactly. And it
Yeah,
has,
my son has one. Yeah,
yeah, it's really cool. It has like Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64, GameCube, PlayStation, Atari, all these old games.
yeah.
So it's a lot of fun, but some of the games doesn't really work, and also, it's a very small screen. So when I try to play Tomb Raider 3, which is an old favorite game when I was growing up, I was
Yeah.
like, oh shit, this, so like this. But it's really cool, and it starts very fast, and you just choose your game and you start playing. But every now and then, I get a little nostalgic,
Mhm.
especially when I like open up X-Men fighting game from PlayStation 1. It's like, oh, I haven't played this in like 20 years. Oh my God. I had a great evening just playing that. So
Yeah, I actually bought my kids a 3DS a couple of years back, an original one. And then
Mhm.
my daughter stole it, so my son just ordered himself one of those things instead. And it's like, right, fine.
Okay.
Yeah, so I
How
had to buy
about
myself a
the
3DS. So
how about the 3DS? I have one as well. They're really cool.
yeah, I was so surprised. It's when I bought them for the kids and I opened it. You look at how good the 3D is on that screen. You're like, I wish I'd bought two now. So the following,
Yeah.
I bought myself one, and then I got a PSP for my son and one for me as well because I used to have one of those,
Okay.
but it got stolen, and I kind of missed
Ah.
having it. So yeah, cracking little thing. So is that your kind of go-to when you're on the road or you're unable to write
No,
music?
no, I just keep it at home. I brought it along like 5 or 6 times, but I never play it because I always also bring my Nintendo Switch or my Steam Deck.
Awesome. I've not
Yeah,
got Steam
well,
Deck yet. That's on my list. Steam Deck is my next one.
yeah, it's amazing. I mean, I love Red Dead Redemption,
Mhm.
first one and the second one. Uh, so be able to play that wherever it's like 1 hour free time during a tour.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. I love it.
And of course, now you've got to wait for the end of March for the final eventual reveal for the Switch 2. Find out
Oh yeah, that's right.
yeah, see how many of the rumors and whatever are actually true. And the one thing with Nintendo is you do know that at least it'll be backwards compatible. They are really good for that. So you know your Switch games will work on the Switch 2 if you do have to go out and buy a new one.
That's good.
Mm.
That's good. I hope the graphics will be a little bit improved so you can get more games like the ones that you can play on PlayStation and so on.
Yeah,
So
yeah. So that's next in the line. So the £30,000 you're earning for all those gigs and stuff that go for your in ears and so forth, you need to siphon a little bit of that away for your Switch 2 as well.
exactly.
Tommy, as ever, it's been a huge pleasure. I think this is the third or the fourth time we've actually interviewed you over the course of the years. Very much look forward to, fingers crossed, seeing you in the UK at some point, whether it's this year, next year, whatever. All the best for the album. It is genuinely really good. A couple of listens in, and you're getting the hooks, and there are so many layers to the sound as well. It's massively produced, which it should be for a power metal one. There's just so much to it. It bears listening to over and over again. But I'll get the review of that over the next couple of weeks. Just a
Yeah.
reminder for everybody, it's called Powertrain, and it comes out on February the 7th. I presume pre-orders and stuff will be available, but we'll put the links and stuff to that wherever. But Tommy, all the best. Look after that voice. Keep it going for as long as you possibly can because it is a thing of wonder.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
And as I said, best of luck, and we look forward to seeing you when we get a chance.
Yeah, same here. I'm looking forward to go back to the UK. Hopefully we will be able to do that this year.
Mhm.
Fingers crossed.
Smashing. It's great.
Yeah.
Enjoy the rest of your evening. I'm going to go and
Thank
grab some
you.
dinner and start editing a video.
You do so. Have a good evening then.
Thanks very much, Tommy. You take
Okay.
care. Thank you.
Thank you. You too. Bye.
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 This episode is copyright The Moshful Times, introductory music by Elliot Alderman Broom, and any music used throughout the episode is copyright to the original performers and creators.